Living paycheck to paycheck is one of the most exhausting cycles anyone can experience. You work hard, your money arrives, and almost immediately it is gone. Bills, rent, groceries, and debts eat away at your paycheck until there is nothing left. You wait anxiously for the next payday, hoping nothing unexpected happens in between. It is stressful, it is limiting, and it keeps millions of people stuck in survival mode rather than thriving. But the good news is this cycle can be broken. Stopping the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle is not about luck or massive income overnight. It is about mindset shifts, practical strategies, and discipline. Many wealthy people once lived the same way, but they built habits and systems that created freedom. You can too. The journey is not always easy, but step by step, you can move from survival to stability and from stability to financial independence. The first step is awareness. Many people do not know exactly where their money is going. They know they work, they know they spend, but they cannot point to the details. Awareness begins with tracking every dollar. For at least 1 month, write down or log every expense. This process is eye-opening. You discover the small leaks, the habits, and the patterns that quietly drain your paycheck. Awareness is power. Without it, you cannot make change. Once you see where your money goes, the second step is building a budget. A budget is not a punishment. It is a plan. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Many resist the word budget because they think it means restriction. In truth, a budget creates freedom. It frees you from guessing, from overdraft fees, and from the anxiety of running out. The wealthy treat budgets as tools of empowerment, not chains. A popular method is the 50-30-20 budget. 50% of income covers needs, 30% covers wants, and 20% goes towards savings and debt repayment. Even if you cannot match those numbers exactly, the principle is valuable. Pay yourself first. Put money aside for savings and debt before spending on wants. Over time, this habit shifts your financial trajectory. Another critical step is building an emergency fund. Living paycheck to paycheck is dangerous because one emergency can push you into debt. A medical bill, a car repair, or a broken appliance can create chaos. An emergency fund, even a small one, breaks this cycle. Start with $500, then aim for $1,000, then eventually 3 to 6 months of expenses. It may feel slow, but every dollar in your emergency fund is a shield against going backward. Here is a thought. Imagine the peace of mind you would feel knowing that if your paycheck were delayed or your car broke down, you could handle it without panic. That peace is priceless. It is not about wealth yet, it is about security. That security gives you the strength to keep building. The next area is cutting unnecessary expenses. When you track spending, you often find subscriptions you forgot, frequent takeout meals, or impulse purchases. These are liabilities that keep you stuck. Cutting them is not about deprivation, it is about choosing freedom over fleeting comfort. Many people are surprised at how much they can free up each month simply by aligning spending with priorities. Every dollar you cut from waste can be redirected to savings or debt. Debt is another chain that keeps people paycheck to paycheck. Credit cards, payday loans, and high-interest debt eat away at income. The wealthy avoid these traps because they know compound interest works against you when it is debt. The first goal should be to attack high-interest debt aggressively. Methods like the debt snowball, where you pay off the smallest balance first, or the debt avalanche, where you pay off the highest interest rate first, provide structure. With every debt eliminated, more income becomes available for your goals. Increasing income is just as important as cutting expenses. Many people limit themselves by thinking only in terms of saving, but you cannot shrink your way to wealth alone. Finding ways to earn more accelerates the process. Side hustles, overtime, freelancing, or learning new skills for higher paying jobs all add streams of money. Remember, the goal is not just to survive, but to thrive. Additional income directed towards savings, investments, or debt breaks the cycle faster. Mindset also plays a massive role. Living paycheck to paycheck often creates a scarcity mindset. You focus on survival, on getting through the week. To break free, you need an abundance mindset. You begin to see money as a tool, not just something that slips through your hands. Instead of saying, I cannot afford it, you ask, how can I afford it? This shift opens doors to creativity, opportunities, and growth. Automation is another tool to break free. By automating savings and bill payments, you remove temptation and forgetfulness. When money moves directly into savings or investments, it is gone from reach before you can spend it impulsively. The wealthy automate much of their finances for this reason. It is not about willpower, it is about creating systems that work even when motivation is low. Another step is to redefine needs versus wants. Many people confuse the two, especially in a world full of advertising. A need is something essential: housing, food, utilities, transportation. A want is everything else. There is nothing wrong with wants, but when you live paycheck to paycheck, wants often consume too much of your income. By rebalancing, even temporarily, you create breathing room to save and invest. Here is another example. Imagine two families with the same income. One spends heavily on new gadgets, luxury cars, and expensive vacations, financed through credit. The other lives modestly, cuts unnecessary wants, and directs extra money towards savings and investments. After 10 years, the first family has debt and stress. The second has security, assets, and options. The difference is not the income, it is the choices. Building financial literacy is essential. Most schools never teach about money. People learn from trial and error, often painful error. Reading books, listening to podcasts, and watching educational videos on personal finance expands your understanding. Knowledge is an asset. It helps you avoid mistakes, recognize opportunities, and apply strategies the wealthy use. Investing is the next major step after escaping paycheck to paycheck. Saving money in a bank is not enough. Inflation reduces the value of cash over time. Investing allows your money to grow. Start with retirement accounts like a 41-type or IRA if available. Even small amounts grow significantly through compound interest. Remember, the goal is to shift from working for money to having money work for you. Building multiple streams of income also protects you. A single job is fragile. A layoff or pay cut can throw you back into survival mode. By adding side hustles, investments, or even small digital projects, you create backup streams. Over time, those streams can grow larger than your job. The wealthy rarely depend on one paycheck. They diversify. You can too, starting small. Accountability is another underrated strategy. Share your goals with a trusted friend, join a financial group, or use apps that track progress. Accountability creates discipline. It is harder to give up when others are watching or when you see progress tracked visually. Celebrate small wins like paying off a credit card or reaching your first savings milestone. These victories build momentum. One important thing to note is that breaking the paycheck cycle takes time. There is no overnight fix. But every small step adds up. Building an emergency fund, paying down debt, increasing income, and investing consistently will compound into freedom. Patience is part of the process. The wealthy did not build fortune overnight. They built it through disciplined habits over years. Lifestyle inflation is one of the greatest threats to escaping paycheck to paycheck. This happens when every raise or bonus is matched with higher spending. You earn more, but still have nothing left at the end of the month. To avoid this, commit to keeping expenses stable as income rises. Direct the extra into savings and investments. Over time, this creates a gap between income and expenses, which is the foundation of wealth. Here's another engaging thought. Imagine if every time your income increased, your lifestyle stayed the same for just 1 year. The difference could mean thousands saved or invested. That single decision could shave years off the time it takes to reach freedom. Health also matters. Medical debt is one of the leading causes of financial struggle. Taking care of your health through preventive care, exercise, and balanced living reduces the risk of major expenses. Health is an asset, and neglecting it becomes a liability that keeps many stuck. Generosity also plays a role. It may seem counterintuitive, but giving even when money is tight creates a mindset of abundance. It reminds you that money is a tool, not a master. Many wealthy individuals started giving long before they were rich. It builds gratitude, perspective, and discipline. Another step is negotiating bills and expenses. Many do not realize that bills like cable, internet, insurance, and even medical bills can often be reduced with negotiation. A single phone call can free up hundreds a year. The wealthy often negotiate everything because they know every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested. Financial goals are crucial. Without goals, money disappears without direction. Set specific targets, pay off credit card, debt in 12 months, save $3,000 in an emergency fund, invest $200 monthly. Goals provide focus and motivation. They turn vague dreams into clear paths. Let us end with a powerful vision. Imagine your life free from paycheck to paycheck stress. Bills are paid, savings are growing, debt is shrinking. Opportunities open because money is no longer controlling you, you are controlling it. That future is possible. It does not require winning the lottery or inheriting wealth. It requires discipline, patience, and consistent action. Every step you take pulls you closer. Breaking free from living paycheck to paycheck is about more than money. It is about freedom, peace of mind, and control over your life. By tracking expenses, budgeting, building an emergency fund, paying down debt, increasing income, and investing wisely, you can rewrite your financial story. The cycle ends when you decide it must end. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more strategies for building financial freedom, join us here at Level Up Wealth. Subscribe so you never miss insights that can change your future. Remember, the paycheck to paycheck cycle is not destiny. It is a habit, and habits can be broken. Your journey to freedom begins today with the choices you make now.